the Heracles 80 by Chaosera. I took delivery of mine last week. Cost me about £400. Chaosera didn't do a group buy, they just made a limited batch, and I think, at least in the UK, they're all sold out, but they do have other international vendors for it. It's a bit of a hefty chonker, this one. It's just over 4 kilos, and it's made of steel and aluminium, the case at least. It comes as standard with a polycarbonate plate, although I bought a extra aluminium one that I've yet to try. Pretty standard PCB, loads of little flex cuts for the switches. I don't see the point because this board has a lot of foam and there's not really much give, even though it is a gasket mounted keyboard. So the flex cuts are a bit lost on me. Talking about foam, there are multiple optional foam layers that come as standard. First one is the switch pad foam that just comes in between the switches and the PCB, lies on top of the PCB. Super thin, pretty standard. Second layer is underneath the PCB, classic foam, cutouts for the hot swap sockets, again fairly standard. Underneath that there's an optional poron layer that will sort of be in between the layer of foam underneath the PCB and then the bottom of the case. The first keyboard I've got that comes in this lovely branded enormous cloth in the carry case. Very cool, thumbs up for that. I bought myself the black version, which is just the black aluminium case with the steel bezel around where the keycaps are. You can also get it in with a white aluminium case and a black on black, meaning the black aluminium case and a black bezel around the switches, which is the steel bit. One of the coolest parts of this keyboard by far though is what you can see now. There is this beautiful decal on the back of the board. Although it's called the Heracles, there are some sort of Nordic themes to these illustrations, but you know, it's cool either way. Chaosera went all out with this board. It even comes with this tiny 1U nifty copper made keycap. Really pretty. Most important thing though, for me at least, is the sound. Now this is the biggest board I've had custom. It's a TKL, so it's a bit bigger than the 65% I've had. I'm not really sure if that affects the sound or not, but I thought if anything the foam certainly would. I was expecting it to be quite muted, but if anything it's louder than my Space 65 by a noticeable amount. What it does do though is there's no resonance, there's no, you know, it gives the switches this really pure sort of flat sound, and I think it works really well with the matcha lattes I've put in there. Full sound test in the description and hopefully linked on your screen now. Overall, absolutely love this keyboard, really like it, love the sound profile. I'll certainly be keeping it.